OINP launched a new portal for the employers, complicated and easy process, and now applicants, employers, everyone is worried. They don't want to miss the draw, but there are more delays, more anticipation, and more confusion. With OINP's new employer portal, the employers now have a role to play before even EOIs can be registered by the applicants, and hence a lot of applicants are confused, a lot of employers are confused, they don't know what information to provide and how to proceed. What are the most common hiccups? What are the most common frequently asked questions? This is what we're going to talk about in this video with regards to the new OINP changes. So stay tuned until the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. At our firm FHCN, we assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration to Canada. If you are an aspirant, you need assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to assist you. If you'd like to chat with me or any other RCIC in our firm, you can book an appointment. The link to book an appointment is in the description of the video. Now, talking about the frequently asked questions with regards to the new OINP changes, before we go into those, let's quickly answer the comment of the video. This comment comes on our global talent stream video, which talks about the requirements and the steps. And the question is, what if the temporary foreign worker agrees to a lower wage? Can we offer them that? This is a very good question. Well, you can offer the foreign worker whatever wage is legal as long as they agree to it and they are ready to work for you. However, in order to get a work permit or an LMIA, you need to meet the requirements of the government, and those have to be the program requirements for that particular LMIA program or global talent stream program. If the temporary foreign worker already holds a work permit or an open work permit, then you're free to hire them at whatever wage as long as it is meeting the provincial wage requirements. I hope this helps. Now, with the OINP launching the employer portal, a lot of folks are confused. They don't know what to do. Employers are confused, and there is a whole lot of confusion out there. And this is what we are trying to resolve. The number one thing I would like to clarify is the OINP's employer portal is nothing but a digitalized form of the OINP employer form that the employers used to fill before. Before, the employer form was only required once the applicant had an ITA, they were submitting an application to OINP. However, they have now digitalized it. A part of that form needs to be filled online before even the applicant or the employee can register their expression of interest, and the other part has to be filled after the invitation is received, just increasing the work that the employer has to do. However, with regards to information, it's the same information. So if you are an employer or if your employer is worried about providing additional documents or additional information, it's nothing more than what they would have done before. It's the same information that they're providing in a digital way, in a digital format. There are no specific document requirements. So if you think the employer needs to provide any tax related documents, T4 related documents, or any income related documents, that is not the case in OINP. Of course, OINP may request any documents from the employer, but I've hardly seen them do that. Does the employer need to submit, or can I bypass this step? I can directly apply for EOI. The answer is yes, the employer has to do the first step here. Now you have to have the employer submit the job offer, get the job offer ID, and only then you can create your expression of interest. You cannot bypass this step, unfortunately. Has there been any changes to the employer eligibility requirements under this new portal? Well, the answer is no. The eligibility requirements stay the same with regards to the number of employees or the revenue requirements. They stay the same for the program that you're applying for. The only change is that now they need to put that information in an online system than a paper form. What if my employer is not willing to make the submission online? What if they don't want to do this? Well, if this is the case, the first thing you need to do is try to convince them, try to explain them what is required, try to make a clear point that it's nothing more than what they would have done before. So if they were willing to support you before, they should be willing to support you now. Not much has changed. In case they still don't understand, they need more assistance, you can always contact a professional, get them a meeting with a professional, and hopefully they're able to convince them. Why is OINP making all of these changes? Well, this is a very good question. Even we don't know, and as per my understanding and my opinion is that it's totally unnecessary. They have increased the work for themselves and the employers. Again, it's hard to get employers to sign up, for them to submit stuff. It's a lot easier for employers to fill something online and sign it off, but now there has to be a person who has to go on a computer, fill everything on an online portal, then submit, and then again come back and submit another form after the ITA. It just elongates the process, makes it complicated. However, this is what OINP has chosen, probably because of great reasons. When should I get this process done? Well, the earlier you do, the better it is, because if there is any draw, you don't want to miss a draw. So better to get your EOIs in so that you are considered for any draw that may happen. I know this is a lot, getting the employer to do it, but unfortunately, this is where we're at, and hopefully your employers cooperate enough to help you out. That's it for this video, guys. In this video, I wanted to answer some of the frequently asked questions with regards to the new OINP employer portal. If your employer is being hesitant, they think that this is too much information or they have to provide some sensitive documents. Well, first of all, I think it's safer than before, because now this information is directly sent to OINP. The applicant or any of their employees don't get to see it. Secondly, this is nothing more than what the employer form was. There is no additional documents that the employer needs to provide. So hopefully that eases some of their anxiety, some of their anxiousness with regards to this new employer portal. That's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.